Hey, what's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is, and it's definitely your favorite soulful child. Yeah. Shark come back to you once again at the P.E.G podcast, positive energy generation. Because we debt for life. Hey, yo, just because I say I'm positive, don't mean we pussy out here. We definitely living it up, you feel me? And you know I'm in my bag. Coming back with artists of the week, just coming in with those different artists, those different sounds to let you know that you can do it, uplifting your frequencies. And I also be in my bed with the public figure. So y'all won't guess who I got coming in the building. I got my man, the one and only KID Convict in the building. My man was born and raised in New York, Brooklyn. And if you're a Brooklyn fan, you should know about my man, KID Convict. And if you don't, you lame. You feel me? So sure, we're gonna dive into his story. He's a Haitian, he has a Haitian background, Dominican background, and he's like from that melting pot. I always feel like New York is that melting pot because my wife from there. So we're gonna live it up. We're gonna dive in with him, get to know his life, get to know how KID Convict became KID Convict. So man, how you doing, bro? How you feeling?
Man, right now I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely I'm just honored to be with you guys, yo. I love the energy. I think ever since I first just bumped into your page when you guys reached out, I probably was checking out like 2, 3 interviews. I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? I literally just got out. As a lot of y'all probably hear, I have a cold. I caught a cold because I was taking a cold ass shower in jail. So
Mm.
um yeah, I got a little bit of cold right now, but besides that, honestly, man, I feel like I could take on the world. I got a huge festival, my like one of my biggest festivals in Detroit this Saturday. So a lot of y'all, I already spoke to my actual fans, and I know who's flying out there. But I know when I repost this on my Instagram, just so y'all know who was rocking with me when I was locked up. It's Positive Energy Generations. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. You heard?
Oh, day, man. And look, everybody go through it, bro. I feel like and we're non-judgmental here. Cause everybody can be positive. Like I said in the beginning, we positive, but we ain't pussy. So hey,
Right.
maybe somebody had that they tried you a little bit. Who knows? You feel me? But we gonna dive into it. We don't know. But being a
Right.
Haitian kid, man, I'm pretty sure you get those trials and tribulations all the time. The challenges of just being you, running to bumps in the roads and everything. So we're gonna dive in with your music. We also go dive into the song that you was able to display on the PG podcast. And if you ain't heard it yet, it's okay. We're gonna drop
Okay,
that
now
thing.
actually, so this is all right, to clear this up, y'all gonna be the first ones to actually play it. So Gucci Heart is my actual just like is a single set apart from my mixtape. My mixtape is a
Mm.
totally completely different sound and genre, and it's literally my first mixtape, my first project. But Gucci Heart is more for the hip hop streets, just fun type of track for like hip hop side. And I haven't actually released it yet due to my manager and everybody like that. But I have a release date and everything, but I wanted to play here first since you guys actually reached out to me and everything and showed me love. So I was like, I gotta play here first. Obviously, when I repost this on my Instagram and everything like that, y'all gonna be able to hear a snippet of it and all that excellence. Whoever is tuning into the podcast, you guys are gonna hear the full song. But yeah, you
Hey.
guys have the honor to play the full song first because y'all definitely reached out to me and showed love. I was like, yeah, I got you, just for that. But yeah, this is my like literally my. These are all my first projects. Like I've had music out before, but we took them down once I actually got good. So these are, you know what I'm saying? Once I got good and once I got like under an actual like certified like established label, they
Yeah.
were like, all right, we're gonna take everything down and we want to reintroduce you to the people. So this is literally the first time I'm like putting something out and y'all get to hear it first, you heard?
Hey, so y'all already know I ain't giving my man social media out to the end because he already gave that sauce to let you know it's exclusive. That's why it's the exclusive interview. And why not have the exclusive from KID Convict? You feel me? So, bro, let everybody know how did music pave a way for a kid like you with so many backgrounds? You know, you come from Brooklyn, you're a Haitian Dominican background. So with that on top of it, like how did that music pave a way for you?
Music basically opened a door of like, hey, this is what you could do. You could like it was because I was always in love with it. Like so like literally I grew up on so much like the Genuines, the Keith Sweats, the what you call it, New Editions, the shit. I could even go back. Like I was in like the '60s listening to Little Anthony. Like I would
Uh-oh.
literally just take every type of just because it's just from my family side, just alone, just playing whatever they played.
Yeah.
I would just listen to so much. So I was always in love with it. And I knew that it was meant for me because I would be in marching bands and I learned how to play the piano, everything. But I never knew I could record. Like I could listen to Biggie Smalls all day, Mos Def and Mobb Deep, but I didn't think I could actually do it. So when I finally got to do it, it opened a new avenue for me to escape into music, to escape whenever I would get the ambition, because as a young guy, I would get ambition to go out in the streets to do this and do that. Like you said, I never wanted to walk the streets and feel like a pussy. So I would always be like, yo, where I'm from, I don't want to feel like I'm scared or nothing. And the ambition to do something stupid or whatever would always kind of overwhelm that. But music literally became the avenue to escape to. Now I could record. Now I could music I could listen to, music I could record. Now I could write songs, and it just literally opened just new doors and new. And now, as obviously when I took it serious as like, I want to say by age 20, that's when the new venture started, such as mental illness websites. Another website I had, another app I'm creating called Black Wall Street, where it's literally giving back to the community and like so much people, like thousands and thousands of dollars. And we're gonna get more into the obvious. I'm gonna elaborate more into the app and the website. But yeah, it literally once it got serious, once I took it serious, and I was on it, it opened up avenues to everything without me having to do nothing illegal, without me having to go through this and go through that. But yeah, music was definitely a huge stepping stone for me in my life.
Hey man, you like I said, being from New York, man, that melting pot, and along with the background of being Haitian Dominican, man, of course you'll have so many type of sounds that's inside your head. You said like you said yourself, your family was the one that
Yeah,
really paved that for you. For a kid to be actually listening to it, this is the '60s, bro.
yeah.
That's like crazy. You feel me? Like a lot of people could go back from the '90s to the '80s, but '60s, bro, you really
yeah.
tapping into a era there. You feel me? Like that's dope. Who is someone from the '60s that really inspire you like when you was listening to it?
Honestly, it would probably be, well, okay, so I want to start with like obviously the Little Anthony's, but also I used to love, is Billy Joel in it? No, Billy Joel wasn't on the 60. You know the guy that made For the Longest Run? I think that was Billy Joel. I might be right on point with it. So Billy Joel is definitely one of them. And let's see. Four Tops was from the 60s.
That's a good
Four
one
Tops
too.
was yeah, Four Tops was late 70s. Either mid 70s, late 70s. Four Tops, I used to fucking love Four Tops. And yeah, it's so much. It was so much different. Like, and then we would also play international. We also had like Italian music, just obviously Hispanic, maybe a Dominican. We had so much Hispanic music. So yeah, it was pretty much any sound that would like activate that sense of just like, okay, it just helps me escape, it just helps me relax, or just helps me get in the mood.
I like that. That creative realm. Anything that helps you
Yeah,
be in that creative realm. And
yeah,
being a
basically,
kid, like
yeah,
you said, growing up in that environment, it gave you an opportunity to do so. So you also expressed that you lived in Haiti for 2 years with your
yeah.
family. Like, what was that like? What were some challenges that you had to face from going from the States, living in New York, to now living in Haiti for 2 years?
It was well, it was hard. It was tough because as a kid, it was like I was being introduced to so much stuff, man. I went from seeing trains and lights and dollar vans and so much stuff to like now it's like literally. I had an interview before where I was bashing my and I got bodied, but they killed me in my inbox. So I'm gonna try to come smoother. Haiti was it was a little bit Haiti was okay. It was beautiful. It wasn't a third world. It wasn't like how we would perceive it, how we're told about how third worlds are. Like blah, blah.
Yeah.
It was definitely beautiful for an island, but it was a lot of things where, yeah, as a child, it traumatized certain things. Because it was just like, yo, you're seeing, like you will see a dead body right there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it wasn't like it wasn't a war zone. But like it was certain areas you go to where family might not be able to afford a burial or something like that. And you'll be walking on the bridge and you look down on the bridge, it's dead bodies right there. And then, that was normal. Oh, we didn't, nobody told, I didn't know it wasn't normal until I got to the States and people would be like, you serious? I'm like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it was a lot of traumatizing, but it all makes sense though, man. You work to live. Literally, you got to go to like a well to get water, to
Mm.
cook, to take a shower. You got to pump a generator in the background. Like it was crazy, but I think it made me more of a man, like when I look back at it. So, you know, it was definitely a beautiful island though. That's my country.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I have family friends that's from Haiti, especially being in the military. I have friends from Haiti, and they've told me stories similar to what you said. And also, I heard about rancing there too. Like I had a friend who family member got kidnapped, and that was
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
like blew my mind. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Nah,
just straight up kidnapped, like straight up
it got
kidnapped.
yeah, it got to that. It got to that. I haven't been there in years. I haven't been back there in years. I definitely plan on going back there to do a lot. Like obviously do a lot when I reach my financial goal by the end of this year. But
Mm.
yeah, it's got real corrupted and everything like that. So it's definitely one of those things where you got to really walk light out there.
So when people say, "Hey, I want to go visit Hades," what is two things you recommend them to do, and two things you recommend them not to do?
Two things. One, I want to say definitely go with someone who's been there as like a tour guide, a family member, friend, doesn't matter. Anyone who's been there, definitely go with somebody who's been there so they can show you the places, the beautiful sides of the country. I keep saying country, the island. And thing number two, I would say not too much opulence. Don't go out there with like 30 chains on it. Cause it's like, I mean, it's just, it don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just about pretty much anywhere else you go, even in the States. In certain places, it's just like, bro, just tone it down a little bit, you know, because you
Yeah.
never know we're talking about people who's never seen a street light, who's never like to them $20 is like because literally converted to $20 is 200, I think, or 2,000 over there. So we're
Wow.
talking about to them $20 could mean the difference between feeding their family. And yo, so you going over there with change that's like 30,000. Yeah, it's gonna you're putting meat around lines. So that would be the main two things. And the two things, you said the two things not to do. Obviously, don't eat anything. Don't just eat anything. Someone is like, hey, go. You know what I'm saying? Don't just because you're in another island, they're like, hey, I'm cooking, so it smells good. Don't just eat anything. Obviously, if your body's being introduced to new foreign type of
Right.
stuff, it might not react the way you think. And thing number two is don't go anywhere alone if you do happen to go to Haiti. If you don't
Mhm.
steer off alone unless you get a green light from someone you're with. Just don't. Don't.
Basically,
Kidnapping is serious out there.
well,
You know what I mean?
right. But it's similar to like you said, the states. Like I said, my wife, she's from New York, and she tells me like, you go to New York, you better go with somebody. You feel me? Like you don't go by yourself or tone down the chains. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
similar. You feel me?
Yeah.
People
No,
will
I
be
would say
people.
in New York, I think you could go by yourself. I just think it's smart to go with somebody because then they could tell you, hey, yo, bro, don't walk to Far Rock or don't go to, you know what I'm saying? Don't go to the 12s in the Bronx. Don't go to the towns. Like they could tell you stuff like that, but like you could go by yourself. You go to like Manhattan or something like that, or blah, blah. It's just it would probably be smart to get someone in your ear to be like, hey, this is a bad place. Maybe stay away from there. But the other thing, yeah, tone it down for sure. It don't matter where you at in New York. Tone it
Right.
down like, right now. Tone it
You
down.
said right now.
Yeah,
No, facts, but that's cool. I've heard Far Walk will it's kind of rough, you know what I'm saying, versus Manhattan. Multiple
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah,
that's from New York has told me that. That
yeah, for sure.
yeah, so that's crazy. I'm glad you said that. So now that people hear that multiple times, don't be one of those people that go out
Yeah,
there
that's
like
like,
I'm gonna change
I,
the world.
I gotta go take pictures out there. Nah, definitely
Right,
not.
right. Like, don't be that person. So, that's very cool to see that you've been introduced to two different sides of the world, but also
Yeah,
seeing that it's similar and being able to take that, build yourself as a man. Your name, Kid Convict, actually came from a lot of things that you have been through in life. So let's talk about that. You talked about how you derived that name itself from a book that you was creating called The Conviction Times. So,
yes,
what was
man.
your purpose in writing that book, and why did you name yourself Kid Convict from the book?
So when I got back from Haiti, we moved to Florida, and like I said, being introduced to music helped me. It helped open like this creative side to where like, oh, I can actually write. I think I was top of my class when it came to literature.
Mm,
I was like already like insanely articulate for my age. So it was just like, okay, I initially thought my purpose was to write a book. So
thanks.
with at my age, I already experienced so much and seen so much that I was like, yo, if I write a book, it's over with. Like that was
Yeah.
my thing was like, yeah, it was like, yo, if I do it, it's like I have so much stories from like Haiti to New York to being in Florida. I had so much stories, and it was just like, hey, I'm gonna write a book. So the book was initially called Conviction Times, and the Conviction Times, ironically, had nothing to do with jail, no, none of that. It was literally just times of conviction, basically like times when you're down, times when you have to have that conviction to keep going, or you got to have that conviction to overcome such and such. So that was the point of it. I, for some reason, of course, after the fate of God, just started getting locked up. I started going to juvenile, started doing 21 days, doing this month, doing that month. So then it was like I got out, I met a group of young Haitian dudes, they was doing their thing. They put me along with them, and it was like, yo, we do music. And they told me to like rap or something. And I'm like, I can't rap. So like I couldn't rap at all back then, or sing for the most part, but they told me to sing, and it was like, yo, you should do that. And instead of writing the book,
Yeah.
you should take the convict, leave the convict, and just call yourself convict, and we'll tell your story through music. And I'm like, and obviously I was against it. I really didn't care for music up until like I said, when I really started taking it serious. So I was against it, but I was like, I don't mind it because everybody in the neighborhood would call me convict. And the kid, yeah, it came from that sound, because even when I sucked at singing, I still I had this weird ass sound. Like y'all won't hear it now because I'm sick. But like when I sing, my nigga, like people won't even know. Even when you play Gucci Heart, it'd be like, that's hit.
Yeah,
I
don't
always
lie.
get it.
Don't lie.
Everyone, everyone be like, yo, that's you. Like it's either he's a kid, or it sounds like a girl, sounds like The Weeknd, MJ. I done heard all of it. So I don't know what it maybe I definitely know it came from my mom, because she got a very squeaky voice. But I didn't know how it came into like me when it's singing. So I was just like, all right. And they was just like, they just kept on saying kid convict, kid convict, kid convict. They would call me kid one day convict. And then when I finally got out, after I forgot what jail, they were just like, yo, kid convict, come in. I'm like, what you just call me? Like, kid convict was like, all right, cool, we keeping it. All right, like let's get
Yeah.
it. But and that's pretty much how that went. The biggest part of that, I never put in a bio because I don't like the glow. Was actually I got that. The main thing that stamped it was my idol, somebody I've always looked up to ever since I first heard him, was Akon. Obviously, everybody know Akon as Convict Music. I met Akon in 2016 at PXP Festival.
Oh shit.
And yeah, in Atlanta, and we took off from there. And when I spoke to him, when he first asked me my name, he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "You're not gonna believe it." He was just like, "Yeah." I was like, "Convict, kid, convict." He was just like, "Yeah, that's a, you know, a name. That name has, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot behind that. You're gonna have a lot of weight behind that. You sure you?" I was like, "Yeah, trust me, I got the story to tell it." And ever since then, we've been. It took like a year for us to be locked in, but we've been really locked in to where it's like I got mad cool with his manager. So much things just started like it was meant to happen, and that's what solidified the name to be just. Oh, it's not going nowhere. It doesn't matter what happens, it ain't going nowhere. So
Hey,
yeah,
you get that stuff by Akon. Yeah, it's like a whole different pep in your stuff. You feel me? It's like
that
that's a
you know
legend,
what I
like
mean.
convict
That was the
music. You feel me? So, yo, that's dope, man. That's really cool. I like that you can tell your story. I really think you should still write the book. You know, later
I,
projects down the line. That should be something you
you
still do though.
You thinking like me? I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, after I released this mixtape and my first album, that book is still gonna come out because I still got so much dope stories to tell that some of them I can't even articulate through music. So I was just like, yeah, no, definitely, I'm for sure still releasing that book.
Nah,
That's a
facts.
fact.
Like that'll be something that I would love to share, read myself, and I'm pretty sure your fans behind all that will definitely be into to reading and get into it. And like you could do like a little preview, you know what I'm saying, to see how people react. Do a little preview interlude of the beginning of the book, and just see how people react to it. And if
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that'll be dope.
for sure. But no, that's I was I've been planning it for a while. I like the way I gotta I just wanted to solidify myself in what I'm doing before I even but yeah, it's definitely like pre-written and everything. So yeah, it's definitely coming. Oh, that's the
Hey.
you think just like me. You was thinking like me. I was like, yeah, I definitely got that.
Y'all better keep a lookout for my boy Kid Convict because he got so much in the bag. Projects coming up. He got more songs coming up. We're gonna actually talk about the Gucci Heart, but make sure y'all stay tapped in with him for that book, man. If you want to get a way to stay tapped in, you gotta stay tapped in to the end of the podcast so that he can give his social media. Cause y'all be lurking, bro. Y'all be lurking, you feel me? So let's
Oh
talk
yeah,
about actually the song, man, Gucci Heart. You do have a different sound. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know, like I knew it was you because you know we reached out to you and and me and the administrators listened to it and stuff. But when you put it on the speakers, I was like, "That's him? Ain't no way, that's him." It's like, "Yo, that's him." I'm like, "Dang!" The first thing I said was, "The sound is unique. Like you can't even compare." You feel me? The sound. I was like, I would have never thought that was him. You put him in a room and say, "This is his song." If you had never said that was your song, I would have been like, "You're lying."
Thank you. And that's like, and that goes for like this mixtape is gonna be like y'all gonna be thinking I'm like MJ Jr. on this mixtape. So trust me, like trust me when I say it's that it was definitely I mean it's you know I can only thank God because I really was trash, bro. I just woke up one day and I wasn't trash. So I was just like, all right, well, let's make a good mixtape now. So definitely thank y'all, man, for real. That's from
Thanks.
everyone, bro.
We appreciate you for keep going. Even though you sound like trash, that was those moments you could have gave up. You could have been like, "Nah, this not working." But the fact you kept going and now you got your own sound, like definitely you by you saying that you have an MJ look up to as well as the weekend. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
those type of people, when you hear them off the back, you like, that's MJ. Off the back, that's the weekend.
that's
You
what.
hear you,
Yeah,
that's KID
exactly.
Convict. That ain't nobody
Exactly.
else. You feel me? So it's important,
Exactly.
I feel, as an artist to have that distinctive sound where when people hear you, they know that's you. You know what I'm
They
saying?
know it's you, yeah, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't sit there and try to compare you to nobody. That's a fact. Yes,
Nah,
that's
fact. That's a dope. That's dope. So what did you learn from making that project? I know that project, like you said, is exclusive. No one really has heard it yet. People get to
yeah.
dive into it first on the PEG podcast. Make sure y'all definitely go tap in with my man, bro. Don't be lame. Tap in with him. So, like, what was the reason behind that project, and what did you learn the most creating it?
um Gucci Heart was literally so they sent me a beat and it was like, yo, you need a TikTok song. I was like, no, I don't. It was like, yeah, you do. I was like,
Said no, I don't.
yeah. I was like, I really don't. So because I've already I've been I mean I'm good enough now to where like I talk to these A&Rs that some of y'all be I'm not gonna talk about your listeners, but my people, some of my people be dying to get in meetings with them, paying money to get it. I talk to these A&Rs like they my brothers, man. I'm like, nah, yeah, they know me. I don't do what has to be done to get attention. I'm just
Right.
not my talent and my personality and my heart alone just brings people towards me. And I've never tried to be no one to. So when they was like, "Yo, you need a TikTok song," I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't." It was like, "Yeah, you do." I was like, "All right." So they had like a bunch of like TikTok dancers, and it was like, "Bro, if you could get it to like, I promise you, if you could do a TikTok song where it's the challenge, we'll give you this much money." And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, let's
Mm.
get it. So they sent me like a 3-4 beats, and all of them had the same tempo, same idea, same. And I heard one where like a piano, and I kid you not, that piano touched my soul, and I was just like, I'm gonna do this, but I also it's gonna have no context, and I don't want it to be too deep. It's just
Right.
I'm having fun with it. But this piano is like I love this piano. So we did it. We reached out to the producer. He's like, "Yeah, it's free, man." I was like, "All right, cool." So we bought the what you call it, the rights and everything. I was like, "All right." So I literally got in my studio, and I just literally came up with the melody. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it like that. And literally the lyrics just flew in as I was just going. And like obviously the meaning of Gucci Heart is just like my heart's too expensive to let women play with it or
Mm.
like you know what I'm saying, just not friends betraying me, whatever. Just I got a Gucci heart. Like it's Gucci's expensive. My heart like Gucci.
Right.
So it was just like it just came with that topic. And that's why I would just say certain stuff like I let too many people on my body. Like I let too many people play my body or try my
Yeah.
body. Like I kept on saying that. So yeah, it was just a fun song, just repetitive melodies and simple lyrics, but at the same time, just that piano. And I can speak for everyone. When y'all hear that piano, y'all gonna go. I see why he fell in love
Yeah.
with the piano. It's just I love that piano chord,
I
man.
ain't gonna lie, I bump that thing every day, bro. Like I
Yeah,
love it. Like I literally picked up my bro in the car and he was like, "Yo, who's this?" I was like, "You
yeah,
feeling that? You feel that song?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yo, that's my man, KID CONVICT." He was like, "Bro, dude, that beat and his sound, bro,
trust me,
unmatchable, unmatchable." I said, "Well, wait
trust
till
me.
it drop on the podcast." He was like, "Whoa, wait, he's gonna be on the podcast?" I said, "Bro, wait, just wait." You know what I'm saying? So the
Sure.
fact to see that him listening to it, and I didn't even know it was that exclusive until you told us you released it right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
wow, man, that's dope that everybody be able to tap into something that close to you and be able to like, yo, I'm gonna go really full in and listen to his sound. Like y'all gotta check out that sound. His sound plus the piano by itself is legendary. I shit you
Yeah.
not, bro. It's legendary. So definitely keep going, keep elevating. You know, don't let nobody stop you. Not even the cops, not even jail.
Oh,
Keep
definitely
going, bro.
not. Yeah.
Keep
Definitely
going,
not.
bro. From a person that's been like on all sides of life, like you've been in the fast pace of New York. You've been in the upbeat of the country of Hades, and being a Haiti Dominican, man. You have so many cultures and dialects surrounded by you, and so being able to do that in the future projects. What are some future projects that you're looking forward to actually bringing all this culture, your new sound, who you are into it?
So like I think when I'm like a little bit older, because I gotta be honest, I'm not one of these guys that's like I want to do 100 albums or I want to be in the game for 100 years. Nah, I know me. Like I know me. I know that I only want about 5 or 6 albums. I know that the game is very hot and cold. It's very you're hot 1 minute, you could be cold
Oh,
next
next,
minute.
yeah.
Like all of these things, I know it. So that's why I had to solidify myself financially before even attempting at doing music. I had to solidify myself financially. But basically, my projects, I definitely have something where it's like specifically for my island, where it's specifically where, yeah, obviously my fans and everything could listen to it in the States if they want to, but it won't be like iTunes or SoundCloud or whatever. It's gonna be like for Haiti and Dominican Republic and just pretty much all island, man, whether you're Jamaican, Bahamian, whatever the case is, it's just gonna
Right.
be for that. And a lot of the funds from the streams or anything of that nature will be going into a lot of families who lost with just a lot of certain things with from the government being corrupted,
Mhm.
where natural disasters that hit this. Like I've literally already thought about all of it to where it's like, okay, I know
Mm.
where to attack to where I can bring this amount of funds, because what a lot of people don't know is that is a lot of things you can't like. You can't actually get $50,000 and go to Haiti. You can't. So
Hmm.
it's so many. Yeah, it's so many stuff. You have to go through so many creeks and cracks, because if not, it's not just the government, man. It gets real deep from like the UN and all that stuff. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna somehow translate to from my music to my island, to where I could help so much families that's starving to this day and all of
Mm.
it, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, we got stuff coming for like the island. I don't know how to sing in Spanish or Creole, but Lord knows,
Let's go make it
Lord knows
happen.
we gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm gonna get a couple of Haitian artists. I got a lot of Spanish artists in New York. I'm gonna get a couple of Haitian artists and we're gonna make it happen. But yeah, a lot of the funds is gonna go back to my country for sure. That's not even a question of how I'm gonna help them back out.
Bro, big up to you, bro, because that's definitely, like I said, being able to have friends that's been in Hades and from there, and seeing the type of disaster that has happened over the years, man. Kudos to you. Like you
Yeah,
really out here, big brother, and out here because some people won't even go that far because, like you said, it's not as easy to translate 50,000 over there. But the fact, like, I'm
yeah.
going to find a way to still help these families, man. Like the blessings is really coming from you, and you're going to be blessed 10 times fold just by doing it. So I
That's
appreciate you for doing that, bro. Thank you.
yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
I'm
I have
not
a
even
lot.
not
I
even
got a lot.
Hades.
Yeah. Matter of fact, in fact, it's first of all, it's perfect that your name is Positive Energy. Because the thing is, I actually with mental illness website and my Black Wall Street project, when it first, well, it's already going into development as far as creating the codes and everything like that. But when I first launch it, like let's say the website is first available for people to, because that's the main point is just for people to be able to go to this website. And again, it doesn't matter what type of depression, whether it's clinical or
Mhm.
maybe sometimes periodical, maybe sometimes you're just having a bad day, whatever the case happens to be. Literally, everyone will be able to go in there and talk to a free therapist. No money, no nothing. But the goal is to get everyone to talk to each other. It's not, you're not just
Hey,
going on the
I
website to
like
talk
that.
to a therapist. You're gonna be talking to each other. And I feel like I did my studies and found out it's more like people find it more of like cathartic to speak to someone that's experienced the same thing. Like me personally, I never been, like a woman might have been, and I've never been that. But
Mhm.
another woman could sit there. It's like millions of people in the world. Another woman from Ohio could talk to a woman from Alaska and be like, yeah, I did. I was the same age that you was. I didn't got this, and I know how you feel it, and this is how I got over it. And she might be like, oh, seriously, that's what you did? Oh, well, now that I'm here, so I find like it's more cathartic as opposed to going to a licensed therapist that's gonna charge you like thousands and thousands of dollars for an hour, whatever. So that's how the idea came about, and I figured out like, yo, with the day of the launch site, like the day I'm putting the site up, we could definitely have another podcast interview where I can talk to y'all and y'all can launch it, and you know what I'm saying, and just let everybody know, because this is what y'all, I mean, that's what y'all do. I don't think I've ever heard a podcast that literally focuses on just shining like that light or that side of artists and everything. So yeah, that definitely, I mean, as long as y'all available, I'm that would be great, because I've been thinking about how to launch it, like different ways to launch these apps and these websites for a while. So that'd definitely be a great move.
I like that, bro. I really love what you're doing. Like on the artistry side, entrepreneur side, I really love what you're doing, because I truly believe, like when we created a positive energy podcast, just the movement of positive energy generations, we created, like I said, to talk about these things that a lot of us don't talk about growing up. Mental health is important, and how that plays a
Yeah.
part of us being an artist and being an entrepreneur, and then to finally seeing how life actually changed from a lot of people being straight 9 to 5 to that shifting into a technology world. So I
Yeah.
love what you're doing. Now we will be blessed to have you back on and to be able to uplift your website. So y'all stay tapped in for people that's like, okay, I love this dude right now. How can I stay tapped in? Go ahead. I'm gonna let them get their social media. What's your social media so they can stop getting on my nerves right now, man? So
My name, so it's Kid Convict, like Convict with a C. I know everybody they know I'm with Akon, so y'all think it's with a K. It's with a C. It's spelled regular. Trust me. I know it's stupid. I'm dumb for foreshadowing myself being an ex-convict, but it wasn't on me. Kid Convict with a C, underscore official. And my backup, well, I got a backup page, just regular Kid Convict. For anyone that I'm not, look, personally, I'm just glad y'all reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? You guys can always reach out. You guys know, you guys don't have to follow me. I want to lurk, go lurk. I don't got nothing to hide. I will show everybody love. You know, if y'all want to repost, whatever the case is, I'm not no. I look, 30,000 followers means nothing. A million followers means nothing, because at the end of the day, Instagram only shows your content to like 9-10% of your followers anyway. So
that's
it means
true.
nothing. You know what I mean? So if y'all anyone want to reach out to me, want me to repost, want advice, whatever the case is, y'all know that's my handle. Always show me love. You know what I mean?
Well, let's get it, man. With you creating those mental awareness apps and websites so that other people can tap in, why did you say this was important for me to not put a fee on it? Because I've seen a lot of people that have great apps such as the Calm app and apps like that help you meditate, bring in different thoughts of manifestation, but they put a tab on it. Why did you wanted to give it out to the public the way you're talking about doing it and sharing it with the open dialogue?
Well, that's a great question. The reason why I wanted to do this was because that where I know that it's a lot, even though I think what was it, 80-70% of the world has Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
know that a lot of us, a lot like just the apps that you name right now, I know a lot of these guys that like brothers who are still in the streets, who still out here getting young dudes and older dudes, whatever the case is, who's game banging, shooting at each other, all of this. A lot of these guys don't have the access to it, nor do they even hear about it, because at the end of the day, they're so a lot of these sites are so overcrowded with algorithms and ads and payments and
Facts.
all of that stuff that it doesn't reach out to them. Now, if these guys could see somebody that came from their background, because I really like, I didn't have to fake this. I really came from that background. I really know what you're going through. I'm still fake. I'm still low key part one foot in, 1 foot out, as far as my ear being to the streets and one of my ear in the industry. So I still know so much things. I know that to reach out to a lot of these young dudes, it that idea of, hey, I could give you therapy, I could do this, I could do that. They might not want to hear that. Some of these men,
Nah.
some of these dudes, they brother just got shot. They got shot at in the club, their house getting shot at. Like, they're not trying to hear, hey, they want to hear. They basically, what I'm saying is, these guys, a lot of these young dudes, man, they can't control their emotions, and they don't have the tools or anything necessary to help them control their emotions. And the problem with how we're trying to give them the tools is we're trying to use the algorithms, the ads,
Mm.
the, hey, if you go watch a podcast on YouTube and the ad is gonna be that, no, you want to reach out to these guys, you gotta be out here in the streets. You got to be like, hey, this is for free. I literally said the first, I think 250 subscribers to my website is gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid to get help. No catch, no, you have to subscribe to me, no nothing. You get money to get help. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally like, hey, you just come, you get your bread, and you go sit and talk to either a therapist, or you can talk to somebody that's on the website that might have shared the same experiences. Hey, you lost your brother? I lost my brother too. Whatever the case happens to be. So it was just that thought process of, hey, how do we reach out to these guys without not saying, you know, there's $1,000 for this or $50 fee or sign up or subscribe monthly. Just come talk. It's another Instagram where you could just release your mind and just help. Hopefully we could stir it to where we can help a lot of these young dudes control their emotions and their homicidal impulses or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Hopefully we could stir it towards that direction later on down the line. But yeah, that's basically how I came about it. It was just like knowing how they think and going, okay, this is how I'm going to introduce it to them.
Let's go, bro. You got a message. You got to keep pushing it, bro. Keep pushing what you're doing. I love it. If you had 15 seconds to give a message and people really just didn't hear what you said, they just being nosy, they didn't hear nothing you said. 15 seconds. What would that message look like? Go.
15 seconds. My message would be basically, if we want to see a difference in the future and, you know, just how we going about everything, we're gonna have to go out there in the streets and do it. We can't, like, we have to attack this at face value. We can't keep we can no longer count on algorithms or anything to go, okay, there is a problem, is what I'm saying. There is a problem. And whether you find that problem to be huge or small, there is a problem, and it's up to us to be able to fix that problem just for our kids and our kids' kids and everything and so on and so forth. That would be that's my message.
Let's get it, because it's for generations to come. My man did not come to play. He dropped some mad gems. And if you didn't catch it, replay it until you get it. Share this with a friend. Bro, nobody loves you today, tomorrow, yesterday. Know that Char loves you. KID Convict love you. Get tapped in. He gave you the social media. He gave the sauce. And he told you don't have to be in the therapy office just to get therapy. Go get some healing, man. We love y'all. And we just want y'all to continue to push forward, man. I appreciate everything that you're doing. Keep pushing. All gas, no break, bro. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely.